G'day, guys. I'm Sachin Shah, the host and founder of Decoding Wisdom. This is the podcast where we explore the intersection of high performance and high meaning, going beyond the headlines and success stories to really uncover the wisdom that remains when the spotlight turns off. Welcome back to Decoding Wisdom, guys. Today, as you could tell, bit of a different setting. We have a very special guest in Roberto Baldea. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, you pronounced it perfectly.
He is a huge F1 content creator and influencer, has our, 50K followers and stuff.
Yeah.
Does a lot of work with women in motorsport, which I just learned today, and a lot of good stuff as well. So if you don't know already, I'm a huge motorsport fanatic, particularly Formula One. But over the last few years, IndyCar has my heart as well. And so does Robert, I guess.
Yes.
And yeah, I thought it'd be a cool thing, IndyCar in Toronto this weekend. So why not, have a casual session with two motorsports guys just talking motorsports and trying to decode a bit of wisdom. So
Exactly.
Roberto, welcome to Decoding Wisdom.
Well, thanks for having me. Honestly, it's so cool to be on the receiving end of the content and be a guest. It's really fun. And as you said, I think we have such a cool background.
Yeah.
The CN Tower. We're relaxed here for Thursday at Toronto, and yeah, gonna have some fun.
Awesome. So Roberto, how did you fall in love with motorsports?
Yeah, so it was back in 2010, 2011. My dad was watching F1 on TV. He had a huge passion for Formula 1 since his childhood, massive Ferrari fan, massive Fernando Alonso fan. So when, during the 2011 Italian GP, which was the first race I watched, Fernando overtook Seb in the first corner at the start, and he was like, "Oh, you made a huge mistake to support Seb. Fernando's on top, whatever." And then Seb made a huge move around the outside of Curva Grande, 2 wheels on the grass, and retook the lead and won the race. And from then on, I was the biggest Sebastian fan possible.
I can compete, I guess. No, man, Sebastian has been such a huge. My first recollection was 2009 when that was his first year at Red Bull. His 08, he did Toro Rosso, won the Italian Grand Prix, comes to 09, but 09 was all about Brawn, which was very, very cool. And then in Abu Dhabi, which is where I used to live, I remember there used to be a fan zone kind of a thing very close to our house, and I just saw the Red Bull car.
Yeah.
And I love yellow
With
and
the
red.
ball on the side.
And I was like, whatever that is great. And then I saw Seb, youngster. Oh my God. And then 2010, he went on a huge spree.
Yeah.
And since then I was like, man, Seb's the guy. But in what ways has watching motorsports shaped your mindset outside of it?
I think just the idea that never giving up is such a big part of racing. And even Seb, when you think of his first championship in 2010, he never led the championship before the last race.
Yeah.
That was his first and only time. And really those type of stories like Abu Dhabi 21 as well, and like other crazy stories, which you've been to. We have to get into that. Those types of stories just are so ingrained in my mind that giving up is never an option in anything I do in life, for it to be in school, for it to be in content, for it photography, getting a picture. I'm going to get that picture.
Yeah,
So,
with Seb?
I did get a picture with Seb as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I could talk about that. Honestly, I didn't have any media pass, anything. 2022 Canadian GP. It's the end of the race, and in Formula 1 races, you have the right to get to the track after the race is finished to see the podium and everything. But there's really specific access points that you have to get there. And so I was at the opposite side of the track. I'm talking hairpin, because that's the only tickets we could afford. So I am missing 45 minutes of the race to get to the Wall of Champions, which was one of the entry points. And then I wait until the end of the race, whatever. And then they open the gates. We run to the podium, and I look to my left. Sebastian Vettel parks his car in the pit lane.
No way.
Park for me. I take every picture I can, everything. Literally, my finger is not coming off the shirt.
Yeah.
And then I get every shot I've ever wanted in my life. No media pass, just a fan having so much passion for motorsport. And even more incredible story, I had a letter I wanted to give to Seb, like a huge fan.
Yeah.
And I get to the Aston garage, and because I'm so deep down in the F1 rabbit hole, I know the mechanics, I know everyone. So I'm like, that's Mikey Brown. That's Seb's number one mechanic. And I shout, Mikey, Mikey, Mikey. I shout. And he comes to me and I'm like, oh, can you give this letter to Seb, please, please? I've been trying all weekend, and I did try all weekend, and I couldn't, like, I got so close, but I couldn't make it. He said, yeah, for sure, man, for sure, 100%. I give him the letter. He gets inside the Aston garage. He comes back with a pile of cloths, and I'm like, okay, what is that again? He throws one at me. It's Seb's race-worn balaclava.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Probably my biggest piece of memorabilia I ever have.
Wow. Signed?
No, not signed. But you see like the brake dust on it, and you're like, he's wearing it. That's crazy.
Brake dust. Yeah, I could imagine like the visor and stuff. Wow.
Crazy.
Oof. Oh, I'm just trying to imagine. I think I've seen it on your story. I think you made a reel on it.
I think I talked a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Wow.
And
wow.
For you, what's something from motorsport something that you brought into your life?
One of the biggest things I've learned is obviously you have resilience, persistence, all of those kind of things. And the way I define resilience is, everyone goes through adverse times.
100%.
But it's how quickly you get back to your functional norm.
Yeah.
So think of it like, rather than it being a U,
100%.
you want it to be a V.
Yeah.
So you hit your lows and then bang, you bounce back. Like that's ideal.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't happen as often. But so I would say that, but also precision.
Yeah.
How precise you've got to be, because in today's world, there's so much competition, right?
Yeah.
The way I like to see it is we're all trying our best, but
100%.
people view it as competition, which
is
it's okay. But what happens then is when you look at Formula One or IndyCar, you're racing around 6-mile circuits, but at the end, you're just a 10th off, maybe a 1,000th off.
And that's the little precision.
And that's that, the way I see it is, maybe it could be your diet, maybe it could be your training. Did you maximize? Did you lack in some specific aspect that the other guy didn't, and that's why he won? And it's the same analogy you could take across other aspects of your life. And that's why it's so important for me, the precision side of things. Like, give it your all, but also be precise in what you do, because every single effort counts.
100%. And something else from racing, consistency. We've talked about hitting your highs and your lows.
Yeah.
But being consistent even at your lowest when nothing's going your way.
Yeah.
Views are not there. You have 10,000 homeworks because you have school at the same time, or you have work at the same time.
Yeah.
How do you manage to actually make your lows a bit less hard?
Yeah.
Hard because you didn't do nothing. You still tried your best to stay at your normal form, even if the conditions weren't the best.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, that's absolutely correct, because that's one of the things one of the reasons I've started this podcast, and it's called Decoding Wisdom, is it's all about the mind at the end of the day.
100%.
When you're at your lowest, which, like Sebastian went through, I would imagine,
tough period.
2018 onwards, when he crashed in Hockenheim. That was very tough to watch, personally.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of had not as bad as Ricardo, but...
That's true. I feel like, not that I think it's different from Ricardo. I think Seb... Even it wasn't like a huge drop off already. If you remember 2018,
was lost, though.
There was, I think momentum was lost, but he won Belgium right after the summer break. And I feel like at that point I was like, okay, championship is still on. But I just felt like Ferrari were not exactly there. Even Arriva Bene. At the end Maurizio, at the end of the season in Abu Dhabi, he said clearly he didn't blame Seb for losing the championship. He was like, the car wasn't there in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
So and then from there, 2019, the car wasn't there to fight for a championship either way. He could have won a couple more races. Canada 2019, his mistake.
That was big.
Yeah, but after that 2019, then 2020, the car was even worse. So I feel like, yes, he dropped off, but the cars he was given also dropped off.
Yeah,
so
massive. Especially like Ferrari in 2020. Well, I don't know what was that. Like, how can you, as a full-blown manufacturer with the only team to have competed in every single season of Formula One since 1950 screw up so bad. It's like you forgot how to make a car. I don't know. Anyway, that's more racing stuff. But to your point, like even as content creation and stuff, when you hit those lows, it's so. Have you hit any lows?
If I had any lows, I feel like I'm always in the low. Genuinely, I feel like I haven't thrived since like 2022.
Why is that?
Well, I feel like it's gotten harder since 2022 because if you don't know me, I'm also a student, so I have to deal with both the same way you have to deal with work and content. You know how hard it is. And I started this in high school. I really started this to take this seriously in like 2022, 2021. I was in high school, and studies don't get easier over time. They just get, in Quebec, we have a different schooling system, but we have a sort of pre-uni CEGEP. So that's a step harder than high school. And then there's uni, which is also harder than high school. And having to deal with this and content is super hard, even the scheduling, finding the motivation, everything. And I'm really dedicated to my studies as well, like a lot. And
what are you studying?
I study econ, I study communications, and I study history as well. Might take management as well.
Yep.
A minor probably.
Okay.
But yeah, so sometimes when you're in a school week, which is half of my year, the only time I have to shoot is either weekends or between midnight and 2 a.m. On school days. And I film between midnight and 2 a.m. and I edit and I post, and I have a terrible sleep schedule. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend at all.
No.
If you see my eye bags, that's why.
I'm getting those as well now.
Yeah, so it depends how bad you want it, I feel like.
So you say you always feel like you're in a low. So when something good happens, you're probably just elated and like...
Yeah, that's true. Every time there's like an opportunity or a brand trusts you, you're like, okay, I still got it, guys.
Yeah. But it's fascinating, right? Because you want to enjoy life. You live once. Why settle for mediocrity? It's 100%. One of the biggest quotes I've come across from Naval Ravikant, who's a Silicon Valley investor. He studied happiness and stuff.
Yeah.
And he came up with this. And I was like, that's so true. And for me, it's like one of the things I truly believe in is gratitude.
Yeah.
How blessed you are to actually
100%.
be doing what you are.
100%.
How many people would cut their right arm off to be in the position that we are, right? With blessing, like having a chat today, CN Tower, track over here.
Yeah, we're really privileged.
Like,
we have running water, Wi-Fi, a roof
over your head, exactly. So, but at the same time, I'm just going to contradict myself, but as a high performance person, you want more, which is why I guess your mindset comes in of, I'm always in a in a low.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to keep pushing. So that, what does a high look like then for you?
Well, first talking about the thing with someone would cut their right arm off to like be in their position. I feel like I'll be damned to not push as hard as I can at the position I'm at if I'm giving all these conditions. So what does a high look like? A high, I feel like it's really important to be consistent. So for me, my highs and lows, yes, I say I'm in a constant low, but I relatively. Yeah, I relatively try to have my emotions balanced. Yes, it's a low. It's not my first low. All good. I'm not the worst that's ever been. I'm not the best that's ever been. If I win something, yes, I'll celebrate for that night. Yes, champagne, pop it. But I won't go on for a week and be like, I'm the greatest in the world. Yes, I'm on top.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always someone better. There's always someone worse. I'm right here. I'm doing my thing. Always constant. I feel like that's the best way to stay consistent and win in the long run. That's my game.
So Novak Djokovic, the tennis player,
great tennis
someone
player.
asked him, how do you maintain such a fine balance? And he goes, think about like a graph.
Yeah.
A normal average human's graph of emotions is this.
Yeah.
Right? So when they have lows, it's low. When it's high, it's high.
And it impacts you so bad on both sides.
Exactly. And to your credit, Djokovic said the best or the highest performers in the world are people who have this.
Yeah. Try to balance.
Like Max right now, Verstappen.
Oh.
How he's just like, okay, he's had some incredible performances this year.
But also really bad.
Yeah, but he's just like,
So fine. On to the next.
That's where you want to sort of
100%.
develop. So where do you think this? How did you cultivate this mindset?
Well, probably when I started with content creation, I started getting like, whoa.
Windy.
When I started getting attention from brands and so on, and then you get super excited. I'll say when I felt that 2023 Mercedes invited me to like a panel to be a guest, and there was Lewis Hamilton there. I got to spend an hour in the same room as Lewis Hamilton and two other drivers, Demi Chalkes, who I was supposed to work with this weekend.
Who, sorry?
Demi Chalkes, the broken wrist.
Okay, yeah.
And good recovery, Demi. And Mark Lafleur, who's another driver. And they were on a panel talking about Mavericks of Motorsport, who they weren't supposed to become racing drivers, but they become it against all odds. And that was such a high for me. I felt like, wow, okay, a brand trusted me. It was my first ever brand like partnership ring where I was at the Ritz-Carlton. Never put in there in my life.
Yeah.
It was for the Canadian GP, super high. And then the next year, I didn't get any opportunities during the Canadian GP. And I felt like that did impact me negatively because I was like, oh, I had the expectation of something's gonna happen. But now I feel like I don't have any more expectations. Whatever comes, comes. Whatever goes, goes. No hard feelings for anyone. It's just how this goes, honestly.
No, it's so interesting you say that because, well, number one, if any brand is looking to sponsor a podcast, you know who to reach out to. Yeah, definitely. It's the highs and the lows are so interesting, right? Especially I feel like once you end being a student.
Yeah. Woo. Oh, you tell me. I want to know.
Man, like life becomes like adulthood, and you just get shaken to your core in the sense.
You say would you say it's worse than your uni years?
Man, your unis are your best.
Oh no! Don't say that.
No, when I say that,
Don't say that.
No. So here's the thing: the way I say, it's a very fine line, and which is, as teenagers, we are always taught to, number one, go to school, do well, it's a linear progression. Yeah. Go to university, get a job, be happy. I didn't have that because of my cricket, and for me it was like cricket, and school.
Yeah.
So I wasn't programmed in that way. So when I finished cricket, I was like, oh my God, what do I do?
Okay, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I go do my master's, get a corporate job, and I'm like, this is my life now? Ooh, come on, surely not.
Okay.
Like, I don't mind working corporate, but I want to be also doing, maybe that becomes my passion, fair enough. But what is my passion? What's my purpose? And like, kind of just think about life. And then it's like, but getting in that mindset of what do I really want, man?
Yeah.
And there's this concept, one of my podcasts, and I discuss this with guests, is what do you want to want?
Yeah, okay.
So it's like, you got to like process it, I guess, but like what you want to want.
Yeah. Interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
See, as a student, I feel like homework ruins my life. Studying ruins my life. What do you mean I have to study until like 11 at night? I feel like that would save so much time if I wasn't a student. So that's my mindset is like, okay, after I'm a student, life's going to be better. But you say you in a corporate job, that takes a lot of time as well.
You know why?
Why?
It takes a lot of time, but uni, you know it's going to end.
Oh.
Corporate job, you don't know if it's going to end. Make sense? So it could be that this is it.
Okay.
Or you are just going to switch jobs.
Yeah.
Or if you're brave enough to go into your own craft, which is in your case, our case, I guess, content creation. And we were discussing this, hey, should I take the leap of faith and go full time kind of thing, right? It's risky. But me sitting here today, coming to a racetrack thinking, I'm going to work. This is my work.
Exactly.
Liberating, man.
Yeah.
You just being like, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing right now.
Yeah. Oh, same.
I'm at a racetrack, motorsports, speaking with someone who loves motorsports, who I vibe with, doing what I love, which is talking about mindset and wisdom. I got nothing to, this is it.
Yeah, this is amazing. I love it.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, so when I say it is how you make it out to be, but I feel like it's very important to have that mindset of being cognizant of like, okay, is this what I really, really want to do? or is it something else?
So how do you feel about that and the contrast with financial status?
Yeah, so that's a very interesting
Because
one.
you told me that you want to start switching.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
So that definitely is something that's on your mind with financial stability, you know, because only doing content is really unstable for me, which is fine because I'm a student. So I get 2-3 gigs on the side.
Tag.
Love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, how is it for you? How is thinking about that?
Yeah.
With
No, that's a great question. I've really, really, really thought about it lately. And the way I see it is I'm 26, full transparency, just turned 26 a bit ago. And I've always wanted to have my own thing where there's a cliche saying, which is do what you love for a living kind of a thing, right? It's very cliche because even I believe even when you start doing that, at some point it'll be like, shit, I'm actually working still. Right? Yeah. But at least my fate is in my hands.
Yeah.
So with financial stability, I did a business degree. I should put it to use. How?
Oh.
It's like
master's or?
I did a master's and
in business?
Yeah.
And
pretty much both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my master's was in digital management, which had management on as well. And my master's was in banking and my undergrad was in banking and finance.
Okay.
So the way I see it is, given it, I think it's like an inverse correlation. The younger you are, the higher the risk you take.
Oh, 100%.
Right? So I'm single.
Yeah.
I don't have any responsibility, so to say. And I believe you can be broke until 30, no problem. But use your 20s to try as much as possible. After that, it's very hard, especially let's say you get married, if you're fortunate to have kids. So with financial stability, it's very, very critical. But it's also at what point you want to pursue. So let's say the podcast, right? It's been 23 weeks, 23 episodes, one every week. Consistent.
Love that.
I'm gaining traction now. One of my guests that I collaborated with had them on the podcast and had 140,000 followers. So we collaborated on the reels.
Yeah.
One of them's close to 50K now in views, close to 1,000 likes. It's like you're gaining traction slowly. People are giving me good feedback, which I really appreciate, but also I'm seeing criticism because I want to improve.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this train has left the station. Can I keep pushing? And then at what point, I'm seeing all the signals now where I'm like, give this a good shot. And I've met 100%. A couple of people who've had very, very successful podcasts, and they're sort of mentoring me as well. And they've been very influential in saying that, hey, here's how you can, here are the business angles. So the podcast can be one, but then you could have multiple streams through it. So
100%.
But you need time to figure that out.
Yeah. So you want to take that leap to have that time to explore all of those.
And for entrepreneurs, and for people in general, one of the hardest things to do is take that leap of faith.
Yeah.
Go into the unknown a bit, which is, I guess, great for you because you're doing it indirectly right now.
Yeah.
But there will come a time where you're like, hey, do I make that leap of faith? And I'm sure you think about it every day. So for me, financial stability, I believe I don't chase money.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. It's more like, if I'm going to put in the work, I'm going to get compensated regardless of how it's going to be. So, but I need time. When you work corporate, especially in a Big Four, which I am, sometimes I'm doing 7 a.m. to midnight. Sometimes it's 8, 9 to 11.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, when do I do the podcast stuff?
Exactly.
Same as you.
Exactly.
12 to 2, 12 to 3 at night. And that becomes very draining and like it messes everything up. So at what point do you make that decision of, hey, let's give this a good go and see what happens.
100%.
So, and money will come.
100%.
Well,
and
hopefully.
Because you have that undergrad and
master's,
you can tell yourself,
there's something
I'll just go
to
back to corporate after. If it doesn't work out, I can just go back out.
Exactly. One of the things is, as a creator, you know what it's like to have eyes on you, right? In motorsports, what do you think drivers do to stay human under the spotlight? Have you had any exposure to those guys?
To drivers being okay, interesting. I feel like first a lot of not just drivers but even athletes in general, I'm thinking of Iga Swiatek, tennis player,
Yep.
Swiatek, and she travels with a full-on psychologist, I think, and not just her, but a lot of other players and probably other drivers as well. And I think that also helps them with everything that's going on mentally, because having people at the racetrack, having people in front of your hotels waiting for you, having people at the restaurant waiting for you, it can't be easy for you to deal with that and still stay grounded and also feel like a normal human being at the end of the day. So I feel like them having a circle around them is really important to them feeling better. Even let's look at Lando Norris. Every time his mom came to a race,
He's done very well.
He's done very well.
Yeah.
One in Australia, one in Silverstone.
Austria, was it? Did he win in Austria?
Was his mom there? I don't know, but anyways,
I'm thinking of a recent one, not Silverstone. What was the one before Silverstone?
I think it was
Austria.
Was it? Yeah. Every time his family was there, he's done better. So having that circle around you, I feel like can really help you mentally.
I spoke to Marcus Ericsson last year, and he's a huge believer in like having a psychologist and training your mind and having that support system. So him, his wife's here all the time, as well at races. But it's very interesting, right? Because I feel like I don't have any eyes on me yet, but you have a lot of eyes on you. But I'm trying to think, what do they go through, like the drivers, right? So it's fascinating. And I think moving on, do you think motorsport in general encourages ego or humility? Because I feel like in F1 versus IndyCar, there's a
very
contrast.
Different world, but I feel like the drivers in F1 are also some of them are humble. Like we talked about Seb.
Yeah.
The amount of times he gave caps to kids.
Yeah.
Or like even to me, I did get a cap from Seb, which
the Ferrari one, or
the Ferrari one, 2019, and it's geeking out right now. But it's a 90 years cap because they had the Mission.
Oh yeah, you'd have Mission Renault, you'd have 90 years.
Since it was the Canadian GP and Canada's really,
and he had like he did the swap, right? Because Lewis won, and then he goes.
Yeah, that as well. Exactly that year. Canada's really strict with cigarette advertising, and Mission Winnow was linked to Philip Morris Marlboro.
Yep, big one.
So for Canada, they weren't allowed to have the Mission Winnow caps or anywhere the branding. So they had to have the 90 years anniversary branding, and that cap was never for sale. So
I was just gonna say, inside, most likely you would have a tag where it says "not for resale."
Yeah, it's exclusive pro athletes.
Yeah. And the quality is different.
Yeah, they are different. I have to make a video on that.
Because I have a 2013 Ferrari jumper, which a pit crew jumper. Oh, well, not pit crew, like one of the mechanics someone had, and it has like a "not for resale" exclusive.
And it's different. That's why on their website Ferrari writes replica. That's why.
You should definitely make a video on that.
I'm not liking those dark clouds.
Oh yeah. We'll wrap it up shortly. But so I have a quote from Sebastian Vettel, and then I just want to see your reaction. When you have the chance to take something, take it. If you don't, someone else will. Do you agree with this? And a follow-up is, how do you balance ambition with gratitude?
Yeah. Do I agree with that? I feel like in his context, being a racing driver, it's so hard to get to Formula One. It's gotten to a point that even if you win F2, you're not gonna be guaranteed a drive. So of course, in that sense, someone will take your drive in Formula One if you don't take it. So yes, you should take every opportunity that comes. But in the creative industry, I think yes, you should try your best. Like during the Canadian GP weekend, I said no to the minimum amount of runs possible, and my weekend was still fully, not even weekend, my week was fully capped out, super event after event after event, because I didn't want to say no to
how many brands do you work with during the Canadian GP? Like this year, how many do you work with?
I worked with Aston Martin Montreal, the dealership, because they were creating a car of the Four Seasons.
Wow.
A Formula One car, full on, crazy. Then there was the Four Seasons who also had like a reveal for they had a McLaren car in their lobby.
Oh, because they sponsor, yeah.
Yeah. That was
That's weird though, because McLaren's with Hilton, and they also got Four
but
Seasons.
I think it's they're in the same branch, no?
Four Seasons owned by Hilton? Could be.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know it's not. Yeah. Then there was Mercedes and Adidas, because Adidas is now sponsor for Mercedes.
You got called to that?
No, I got called to get some merch.
No way.
That was sick. As a fan, love it.
I'm a huge merch. Anyone who knows me, I'm a merch junkie.
Oh, same. I
Love
love every piece, every tire, rubber.
That is actually going to be part of my success. If I actually get called to Formula One brand event for merch, I'm going to lose the plot.
Yes,
that's awesome. Yeah.
Then there was also an event with a coffee shop in Montreal called Floral Gallery, and they had a former F1 and Ferrari photographer came here and showed his pictures. What was left? There was also Lego. I worked with them. They got me into the paddock on Sunday.
Did you get those new Lego?
I did get some. The Speed Champion set. Love
awesome.
It. Probably worked with others, but those were the main sponsors I worked with.
Yeah. So really, so that must be and I'm sure there would have been other brands as well.
Yeah. And there's other brands though, but if you're not really in the content space, maybe you don't know, but there's a lot of, not problems, but a lot of exclusivity constraints. Oh, you work with this brand, that's not going to work. You already have a contract signed, that's not going to work. Oh, we want exclusivity for the weekend. Oh, we want exclusivity for the week. Oh, we want exclusivity for the month. And you're like, oh, but I've already said yes. Okay, no worries.
Do they have like performance clauses like we want to have X amount of reels or X amount of posts?
Yes, but that's not really performance. That depends on who you work with. If it's a paid campaign, usually, yes, they're going to ask, okay, we want this many reels, this many posts, this many stories, and so on. If it's not paid, usually they don't require. They're like,
so they just come try out.
Stuff. And if you want to post. If not,
that's all good.
All good. But if you do post, I'm feeling like they're more likely to like call you back next year.
Yeah.
So if you really like the brand, you should try your best to still make content, even if they don't pay you at first, because it can lead in the future to more opportunities.
Okay, so for content creators, how can a content creator who's starting out, let's say a similar, like in a sport or something, and trying to be an influencer, a lot of times you're like, you want to get attention of brands, you want to get deals, brand deals, sponsorships, whatever that is. What advice would you give content creators in terms of how would you approach it today?
So what I would do is first be true to yourself in your content. If you like racing and fashion, make racing and fashion content. Add your personality to the content as well. I feel like that's what really helped me grow more from just a normal F1 page to start and do something with IndyCar and branch out somewhere else, because other brands don't want you for, let's say, I don't even know how to frame it. Other brands want you for yourself.
Gotcha.
Because why would they go for you when they could go to someone else? Because their personality matches the brand identity more. I've worked a lot with McLaren sponsors, and there's a reason for that. I fit really well in the McLaren brand identity. They want a very young audience. There's a reason their cars are orange. There's a reason it went from blunt gray and chrome, but like
the 2015 one.
2015,
yeah, it was like
16,
it was like
very
black,
gray, bland, and then 2017 Zach Brown is coming orange.
Yeah.
See, there's
not 2018. Let's call it 18.
No, 17.
The 17, the black and the
papaya. I still liked it, but it's so.
I have the model of that. Like I have the whole collection. I like it because it's unique.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get as well. But no, I see your point though.
It was the first orange one. And from there, I feel like McLaren really wants a younger audience. They want teenagers, early 20s. I fit that perfectly. Then I also come in because I'm a F1 fan for a long time. So I have that knowledge. McLaren is a historic team as well. So I fit that brand really well. And it's not a surprise that I've worked with McLaren.
I gotcha. No, so a lot of the newer fan base of Formula One, which is like
much younger,
the DTS, Drive to Survive, which is great. But but I would just wish they understood the sport as people like me and you who've been a long time. Like we've been following it religiously for more than a decade. Not more than a decade. Fuck, like 15 years.
Yeah.
Not even for you.
Yeah,
You said 2011. For me, it's 2009.
So yeah, more than a decade. So I feel like we have to give them time as well.
Oh no, 100%.
Yeah.
I just like where I get a little bit annoyed is when they try to overpower you. Like,
sometimes that happens.
and I'm like, no, I get it, but it's just not that. For example, like the F1 movie, some of the jokes and the memes I'm seeing in terms of like new fans coming in. Anyway, but no, in terms of like content creation, then, so what would you advise me to younger creators? Like, okay, be authentic, right?
Yeah.
What about approachability in terms of approaching brands, getting approached, that space? Because I feel like it's a very gray area.
That's true. I feel like if I can give an example from like my journey, I really wanted to get into the fashion sense of racing as well, because I love merch. So I wanted to do something with merch, but also fashion related. But I didn't want to quit racing. Racing is my whole life. So how do I go about that? I feel like what I did, let's say 2023, I starting a series. Every time a driver won, or did a good performance, whatever, I'd make an outfit for that driver, for example.
I see.
Russell crashed in 2023. Big Russell fan here. So I made an outfit completely with Tommy Hilfiger.
You could be James Bond, man.
There you go. And that didn't get attention at first, but I feel like the more I started
consistently doing that,
something with fashion, showing outfits and stuff, I got attention from other brands, which led me to work with Levi's back last year for the Honda Indy as well. Like
hence the full denim.
Exactly. And I was dressed.
So I was like, man, how you dressed up like that in this weather?
Oh, but the heat last year was terrible.
Horrific.
But
last year was too bad.
I was full decked out, full denim for the entire 3 days, and got great pictures. The Levi's got also the pictures and everything, and I feel like we managed to connect my passion for racing, fashion, and once again, it was a collaboration between McLaren and Levi's. I fit perfectly in the McLaren brand identity. Levi's did something with McLaren. It goes back to the fact that I was authentic to myself.
Yeah.
The brand saw that. They saw that, I work well with McLaren. That works. A trick, I'd say, could help you. If you really like a brand, you could tag them a lot in your content.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like, I'm doing it. They're never going to see it. It's not going to happen. You never know who's watching. Never. For example, that Mercedes and Adidas thing. From the start of the year, anytime I speak of Mercedes or I show some Mercedes merch, tag Mercedes AMG F1, Mercedes-Benz Canada. Everyone. Adidas Motorsport. And something came up with Adidas Motorsport for the Canadian GP.
Gotcha.
Does it mean it's always going to happen like that? No. But the more shots you take, the more you never know who's watching. And at some point, they will be watching. Same thing with Lego. At first, at the start of the year, I wasn't working with them. It's just I bought a Lego. I did, I think, 3 videos on them, on the Ferrari, the Mercedes, and the Red Bull car. I bought them myself with my own money because I love Lego. I was true to myself. I made the videos I felt like making with those Legos. Oh no. Now that I work with them, I can't say Legos anymore. You have to say Lego sets, Lego bricks.
Yeah.
A name. You can't put Legos. Anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, and then an opportunity came with them. So I feel like if you're true to yourself, true to the brands you actually love right now, and tag them, show that you love them, it can lead to something in the future.
Yeah.
So that's a trick I'd say that's worked for me.
Awesome. So that's awesome advice. One of the things you mentioned when you were on your train to Toronto from Montreal was, I don't track my followers anymore. Why is that?
Because I feel like it's so, I don't know how to qualify that. It goes up and down so often. You could see my followers this year and be like, oh, you haven't really made many followers. It's not that I haven't made followers. I just lost the same amount that I've made.
It's just net organic.
Net
it just
organic, normal.
stays the same.
So for me to look every day at, I made 10 followers, I made 20 followers, in the grand scheme of things, in 2 months, it's not gonna matter. Yes, of course, I'll track maybe at the start of the year, in 6 months, at the end, okay, see what happened, and so on. I feel like it really depends on, did I have time to create as much content as I could? Was I in school and could I not do that? I feel like it's more of a burden on my mind than helping me, motivate me. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna push, I'm gonna get 60K. We'll see. I feel like as right now it works well. If I need to change my mindset and track my followers, then I'll switch. I'm not fixed on a mindset. I feel like right now it's better for my mental health not to track anything and just let it flow. And that seems to work.
The reason I asked that question is a lot of people, when they start out something and whatnot, they get very attached to data, which is good, but more like, oh, I've gained 5 followers today, but I've lost 6 tomorrow. Oh no, that's not good. Like, and they sulk in those numbers. But from what I'm hearing from you, it should be about do it for yourself, which you said earlier, but more so, hey, put in the work, the results will come. So be process oriented rather than results oriented.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's the way to go. And it's true that at the start I was the same. Like it means so much that people actually want to follow you. Seeing results for the first time, yes. Getting 10K for the first time, wow, I love it.
Yeah.
And you get obsessed to it, but I feel like over time, when you grow some more, it starts to become just numbers.
Gotcha. Well, it is raining now, and we're almost done. So, quick fire questions and then closing.
Perfect.
What's your favorite Vettel moment?
Vettel moment. Oh, I feel like it's an underrated one. 17 Australia, his win.
Yeah, okay.
Not from pole, from P2, P3.
Yeah.
Behind Lewis, stayed behind him all race, and Ferrari made an amazing strategy, which happens once in a blue moon. But that day they got it spot on, overcut. Lewis stuck behind Max.
Yes.
Came out right ahead of Max, protected, stayed ahead, won the race, and it had been a whole year since he won. It was 2015 Singapore.
Yeah.
And
he didn't win it 16.
No. And 2017, first race of the season, bang on, first win. And he won in Bahrain as well.
Yeah.
After. And it rejuvenated my love for Formula 1.
That's awesome. Your favorite F1 track?
Maybe I'm biased, but I love Montreal.
Really?
I love Montreal. It's so, even on the Formula 1 game, my favorite track to
Interesting.
play at.
Okay.
I do like Suzuka as well, Monza.
Suzuka's wild.
Yeah.
But I feel like are actually so technical.
Oh, yeah. And especially on the F1 game, when you lose a bit of tire grip, it's so like, oh.
You play no assist, I'm hoping?
No, I don't play. I just play.
No assist, right?
Oh, yeah, no assist.
Okay, good man. That's how you should play the Formula 1 game.
Yeah.
People have traction control on.
No, it's more fun. It's more real.
Automatic gear. I'm like, no.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you have a favorite racing quote? Something that maybe something.
I don't know who said that. I don't know if it's Michael Schumacher or Martin Brundle.
Okay.
Or a commentator. I don't know. It's don't get angry, get even.
I like that.
I don't know who said that.
Okay. We can have a look at it.
I feel like I heard that in a BBC review, F1 20.
Don't get angry, get even. That feels like Brundle.
Yeah.
Schumacher would have been more aggressive in my...
Yeah. Oh, no, wait.
Okay.
I can't remember. I think it might have been Martin Brundle.
Yeah.
During the 2012 Brazilian GP. Yeah. When Seb had that spin at the start. And like he came dead last.
Yes.
At that point, he lost the championship.
That's Brundle.
And then he won the championship. And I think he said it in that context. And he said, don't get angry, get even. So stabilize your emotions and just go ahead, try your best.
I love that.
That's my favorite.
I love it. Last question.
Yeah. What's
next for you, and where do you see yourself with this content creation space, given you're a student?
Yeah. That's a tough question. Not that I don't like to look into the future.
What was his dream? Like, what's
dream? Okay, I feel like I would absolutely love to work with a Formula 1 team, let's say, even in photography, be a photographer for a Formula One team, feel what it's like to work in Formula One. I feel like that would be the dream. If not as a photographer, be maybe a brand ambassador for a team. I would absolutely love it. Maybe as a brand ambassador, be a trackside host and host events for a team, and then have the photography on site. I feel like that would be the dream for me, and that would fit the best with who I am.
Awesome. Roberto, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for taking the time.
My pleasure.
And man, I've actually learned so much about the content creation space. And I hope you guys as well as listeners took something away that, man, just chase your dream, give it a good go. And again, have that emotional balance. I think that's the biggest thing.
I agree.
So thank you so much. And as always, guys, keep decoding, keep learning. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. If you've enjoyed this episode, given we've been through
rain,
sunshine, everything, trucks, everything, and you still get content, make sure to rate us 5-star on Spotify and also on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, comment, the whole drill, and we'll see you next week.